Hey everybody, welcome back to our page. So we're doing a late dinner tonight. I've been cleaning most of the day, cleaning and organizing and doing some projects around the house. A lot of organizing, and I really am just wore out from it. But the kids still had to eat. So we're cooking. I'm doing Alfredo ravioli. And let me show you a couple of things. My oven is preheated now to 350 degrees. I just want to show you a couple of things that I got. I belong to a couple of groups on Facebook. One is called the Frugal Family Foods group, and it's all about being frugal and how to keep your grocery budget, and just most of it is around food, but how to keep everything on a great budget. And so I'm going to show you some of the things that I'm going to put together tonight, and really I want to tell you how much I was able to save. And I really want people to understand that being frugal doesn't mean you don't eat healthy. It doesn't mean you don't eat name brands. It doesn't mean everything you get is processed. A large majority of the things are. But if you're okay with that, be okay with that. If you want to save on non-food items so you can get more organic, gluten-free, then do that as well. But I just want to show you some of the things that we're having tonight and tell you just about how much they cost us. So the first thing I'm going to show you are the ciabatta rolls. These are the New York Bakery's ciabatta rolls. There are 6 of these that come in the pack. So it's a little bit different than the garlic bread, but these are going to go in the oven. So 6 of these. And these were on sale for $2.50, and I think I had $1.50 off, so I paid $1 a box for these. It could have been a little bit less. I don't remember exactly. But this is normally $3 and some change for a box of these, and I think it was buy one, get one free, and I had 2 coupons. So I think I might have spent $1 on this box. The next thing we're going to be using are the apple maple alfresco chicken sausage. That's going to actually go into this mixture of onions, peppers, and celery that I have going on in this pan. And this was buy one, get one free as well. And I had a $1.50 off coupon, so I think I might have paid 50 cents. So for between these 2 items, that's $1.50. The pesto, I didn't have a coupon for, but I've had this for quite a while, so I didn't just recently purchase this. This was in the fridge. So $1.50. And to this pan, I have 3 stalks of celery, 1 small onion tonight, and then 1 green bell pepper. And I think the celery was $1.39, the bell pepper was 69 cents. So if you divide the number of stalks by how much it costs, it's pennies really, maybe 70, 80 cents in this entire thing here. Now this was probably the steal of the week, the Butonis. This is a name brand. This is a sweet bell pepper and roasted chicken ravioli. I'll show you the back of it, or kind of the side. So it's already pre-formed ravioli with the stuffing in the middle. This is regular of $5.39 or something. It was buy one, get one free. And I had a $2 off coupon on this plus the marinara sauce. And it was super double, so it doubled to $4. So I think I paid about 74 cents, 75 cents for this. And my son is here tonight, so I'm going to do 2. So I probably have $1.50 in both of these. So $1.50 plus $1.50 is about $3. And then I actually did have to buy this. This is the carbonara white sauce flavored with bacon. This is probably about $2. So that's $7. And then I'm going to throw in a little bit of spinach that I had. So I'm going to feed 4 of us. We'll probably have 2 meals out of this, maybe dinner and lunch tomorrow. But it's relatively inexpensive to feed your family, and you can do some great things. So, I've already got my 1 small onion, 3 stalks of celery, and 1 green bell pepper. They already sauteed a little salt and black pepper and a little bit of garlic powder going here. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to slice up my sausage into just bite-sized pieces. So the sausage is going to bite-sized pieces. There were 7 links in this pack. They're a little bit smaller than the ones I normally have gotten. The other ones are a little bit fatter, but I always get the buy one and the get one free and use the coupon. And I'm just going to chop this into bite-sized pieces. If you have small children, you definitely want to make sure that you slice this into pieces where they won't get choked on it. Oh, well, that's good to know, Michael. Sometimes I have to do it. The comment was if I had wonton wrappers, I could make my own ravioli. I'm going to have to look into that. I might have to be calling you to get some ideas. But anyway, this is nice and sauteed. I'm going to turn my heat back just a little bit. I am going to add in my sausage. This is already cooked, pre-cooked, but we do want to warm it through. And this is interesting. If you look here, you can actually see the bits and pieces of the apple inside of the sausage. So I think that's pretty neat. And we're just going to add all of that in. Add everything in. I'm going to take my trash over to the sink, give my hands a quick wash, and I'll be back. Alrighty then. So I am just going to stir that around, and we just want to heat that sausage through. It smells amazing. I really wish they had smell-o-vision because it smells amazing. I have in this pot over here just some regular water that's boiling because I'm going to do my pasta for about 3 to 4 minutes. My ciabatta says 8 minutes on 425. So I'm going to put it in for maybe about 10 minutes on 350, and we'll see how it may need a little bit more, but maybe not. But then I'm going to start that. I don't like to cook on anything over 400, probably just because I was raised that way. Charge it to my raisin. But this smells great. So again, I probably have about $7 into the meal, and I'm going to feed 4 of us 2 meals. Maybe 4 of us. My son is over there scarfing down pizza. I didn't know he was coming back with pizza, or I would not be in this kitchen. That's all I'm saying.
Everybody eat.
Right. So while that's going, turn that heat up just a smidge. We are going to do just a little bit of light clean. Here, baby, will you put that into the trash for mommy? Thank you so much. So I do have my little helper. I'm going to put a little bit of the pesto in. And I'm going to actually grab some cheese as well. Because after my ravioli is done boiling, I'm going to throw it in to the pan and do the cheese on top. I'm the queen of the 1-pot meal. So that's 1 tablespoon and probably a half of the pesto. I'm done with that. I am going to grab the cheese. So we had pizza night the other night. It was a couple weeks ago. And some friends of mine brought over, you know, it was, I'm going to have the dough and I'll have some cheese and a few condiments and everybody else just brings something. So a friend of mine actually brought over some cheese and we had some left over and they actually left it. So that's kind of, oh my Lord, this smells simply amazing. I am going to turn that heat back a little because that pesto is popping me. Popping. Now, as soon as I get the kids fed, I am going back into my master bedroom, into the closet, and finish. I took a shelf out. I'm proud of myself. I took one of my shelves out. It was just poorly placed. Wasn't working for my lifestyle, so I actually am going to redo a part of that closet. And I've got everything torn out right now. So this is the sweet bell pepper roasted chicken ravioli. And then we have a 3 cheese ravioli. So I'm going to do these for about 4 minutes. I'm going to do them together in this 1 pot. My water is boiling. I just added water to salt. Salt. Burned my helper. Oops. I added a little bit of salt to the water just to flavor the water. Normally I would put a little olive oil in there, but I do have olive oil in here, and there is also olive oil in the pesto. It is a basil pesto. Oh my goodness. And it just smells heavenly and divine. all at the same time. So I think I'm going to add my spinach in. And this meal doesn't take very long to cook. If you're in a time crunch or a time pinch, you can get it done relatively simply, quickly. And I add like a couple of handfuls of spinach because spinach wilts down a lot. So I'm going to turn that heat up just a little, just to wilt that spinach down. So I'm done with the sauteing. I'm done with the meat. I've added in the pesto. I'm adding in now the spinach. The ravioli is on to boil. And the last thing is to add it over into this pan, add the sauce and the cheese, and to pull the garlic bread out. So if you're looking for a quick Sunday lunch, brunch, we're supposed to host a potluck tomorrow. We'll see how that works out. But I do have some extra ravioli in there if I need to throw something in addition to this for tomorrow's lunch. If not, I do have some minestrone soup because it is getting pretty chilly in the afternoons, and I have several bags of croutons, so I could do some soup and some croutons if I needed to. I'm going to turn that water up just a little so that that can boil through. As a general rule, I don't eat anybody else's pasta except mine. I don't like Olive Garden. I don't like Italian food. But I can eat it if I make it because I know how I like my pasta. I have a texture issue and there are just certain things I just cannot palate. But my children seem to like it a lot. So that was about probably 3 or 4 cups of spinach. I just chunked in handfuls, and it's already wilted down a ton. So, you know, you can add in more. If you're trying to do low carbs, you can do an alternate or alternative to the pasta. You can probably do zucchini spaghetti if you're looking for an alternate to the carbs. Although I'm sure there's a few carbs in the zucchini, but it's not like having the actual pasta. You can probably find a substitute of some kind. Quinoa, you can do quinoa. To this, you can actually add in brown rice. You could probably do cabbage. I've been doing a lot of cabbage lately. You could actually even do some bacon and add in some bacon here, which would be really good. I'm going to check my bread real fast. It's good. It's fine. But it smells so good. What do you think, helper? She can't smell. Take my word for it. I think it smells good. That's all I'm saying. I'm not a big food taster either, so I'm not being like real biased when I say I think it's going to be good. I can't go through a meal and eat. You know, some people snack and they kind of taste their way through it. I can't do that. I'm not an eater or a grazer, but I will let my kids taste it because I can't eat while I'm cooking. And I don't know. I've never been able to do that. I never saw my grandmother do that. So I'm sure that's probably why. I do want to poke my ravioli to see if it's kind of done. Hey, son. I love you. That's my son. He's at my house and watching my live video as I'm cooking it live. Nice. My son. Only my son. Not anybody else's child. So I am going to pull this ravioli off and dump it into the one pot. Again, remember, I'm the one pot wonder. Why do a whole lot of dishes when that's not necessary? So I try to keep it as less dishes as I can. And it's all going down the same way anyway. So let's do the best we can. So I'm just straining it off. I'm using a slotted spoon to strain off the water. Get the ravioli out. That really only cooked for a few moments. It wasn't even long at all. But it is done. And it's hot. So I have jumbo and I have some of the smaller ones. I do like to throw it in here to actually cook off some of the water because I don't like wet noodles. My kids will eat whatever, but it's not my preference. And I'm going to turn that heat back up just a smidge since I am transferring. I have turned off my boiling water. And as soon as I get all of the ravioli out, I am going to move this pot over to the sink, which still has grapes because my son is washing the grapes. Was washing the grapes. It's supposed to be washing the grapes. But I don't see the grape washer. That's all I'm saying. He was supposed to be helping me cook as well after he washed the grapes.
Mom, the grapes are in the fridge.
They're not in the fridge.
Okay.
Just saying. These have 3 cheese. These little small mini raviolis have 3 cheese, where the other ones had roasted red pepper and chicken inside. So I'm going to move this. There we go. And I'm just going to begin to move this around. I don't want to manipulate it too much because I don't want to break down the ravioli. I don't want to break it open, but I don't want the bottom to stick either. So I'm going to move it around because when I dip this out or serve this, I do want in every bite there to be some of the pesto, some of the spinach, some of the onion, and the sausage. And then to this, I'm going to add in the Bertolli carbonara sauce that has the bacon. Jackson, will you take the trash bud? Grab the trash and put the spinach up. And that is kind of a white sauce. Awesome. Show his strength over here. So that's 1 jar. And I'm just going to fold this again so I'm not, and my timer is off, which was 10 minutes for the bread. So I'm going to pull that off as well. Now if you like less sauce, you can always do half. With the pesto, you probably don't even need sauce. But I like a sauce, and my kids like it as well. So I'm going to take my cheese. Jackson, the spinach, please. I'm going to just take my cheese and go in. I'm going to cut this off because I'm done. Just a couple handfuls of the cheese. That is finished. Into the sink. I'm going to grab my bread out. And that's really going to be our meal. But if you, if my helper comes over a little closer, I'll just show you this really fast. If you look, you've got, in every bite, there's going to be some sausage and some of the spinach and some of the cheese. And you can actually see the carbonara sauce had little seasonings and flavorings in there. And then there's ravioli. That's always my plan, is for a little bit of everything I put in every bite. And so this is what we're cooking for the evening. Turning off the bread. We're going to pull that out. My kids don't like it brown. I like it brown, but whatever. I ain't eating it, so they will. Generally, I try not to eat bread if I can help it. Oh, yeah. It's nice and soft, but it is cooked. It's not frozen, so you see it moves. It's nice and soft. It's got the garlic all over it. So this is what we're having for dinner. Thank you for stopping by. We hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.